All right, I guess as long as I'm showing all those footprint charts, I may as well do the NASDAQ here real quick too for those of you who trade the NASDAQ. These are the lines in the sand that we have for today on the NASDAQ. And you'll notice that they are pretty decent spread apart just because of the volatility that we've had over the last 3 or 4 days. But you've got a big pocket of shorts up here. You got a lot of shorts up here. Shorts, shorts. Got a big pocket of longs right here and a huge pocket of shorts down here. So all these shorts that are down here, they're underwater right now. So if we get back down to that level, I would anticipate that they're definitely going to cover. So I would expect that if we do come down to that level, that we should get some type of short covering rally. But right now, the bulls have been able to hold this line in the sand right here where this green is. Big pocket of long positions right there. And we kind of continue to chop between where all these shorts are put on and where these shorts were put on. So we'll see what we end up getting on the NASDAQ. But those are the lines in the sand for the NASDAQ so far. Let's see, as long as I'm doing this, why don't I bring up oil? And you can see this is crude oil. You can see our lines in the sand here with big pocket of longs down here, big pocket of shorts down here. So that's the area that both of them continue to defend. Oil's been pretty darn quiet since the close. So be on the lookout for a move. When oil goes to sleep like this, it's about to wake up. So, we break through here where all these shorts are put on and they can't hold that. I would expect a short covering rally. If we can't hold this down here, I would expect all those bulls to bail. But shit, I could put a line down here too. Um, but where we are, just be aware. This right here, how it's kind of a saucer a little bit. You see this? How we're high over here and high over here, and it kind of dips in the middle, right? That's bearish, but we'll have to wait and see what ends up transpiring. But if you're gonna hold a gun to my head, I'm gonna be on the short side. But like I said, when oil falls asleep like this, it's like waking up a sleeping giant. When it does finally decide to make its move, it's gonna go. So just be prepared for that. Anyway, oh shit. As long as I'm doing this, I may as well pop the Boond up here too. Now you see what ended up happening with the Boond, right? It came up, like I said before, those shorts defended. We came down to the 33 and once again tested it, and we're able to rally back up. Now we're starting to challenge where all these shorts were again. You had quite a few shorts come on in here, so that's going to be a little bit of a roadblock for the bulls. But once again, you got that little saucer, right? So typically, uh, a saucer like that rectifies itself lower. But that's just a pattern. That's just a chart pattern. I don't trade off of chart patterns, but they're definitely a good thing to keep an eye out for, just for confirmation one way or the other. Long time ago in the 80s, I used to be a chart pattern aficionado. But as the markets got more and more participants, a lot of those patterns started to fail because everybody and their brother was looking at them. So some of them ended up being self-fulfilling prophecies. Other of them just stopped working. I mean, how many head and shoulder patterns do you see that don't ultimately rectify themselves to the downside like they should? A lot. You see a lot of them. So here's another little tidbit for you. What I started to do probably in the last 10 or 15 years is, instead of trading off of those patterns as they're stipulated to supposedly have a final outcome, I started trading the patterns as failures. So if you got a Head and Shoulders top and it did not break as it should through the neckline, I treated that as a failure. And instead of prices going lower, I anticipated the prices would go higher. And it worked very nicely. So you might want to look into that. That's another little tidbit for you. So anyway, just a quick video on that. And hey, if there's any Australian guys out there or anybody who's doing any mining in Australia, hit me up. Send me an email because I'm thinking about maybe buying a mine over in Australia. Um, I doubt I'm going to work it, but um, I'm seriously considering buying an opal mine. I think it's on, what's the name of that ridge? Lightning Ridge? That's some, yeah, I think it's Lightning Ridge. So black opals, stuff like that. So I used to get into cutting stones for a while. Opals, mostly Australian opals, and they're beautiful, beautiful gems. But I'm really considering popping down a sizable chunk to. I mean, I'll cruise over there to check it out first, but I'm seriously considering about buying a mine over there, seeing what's going on. So anyway, as I continue to ramble, if any of you guys are in Australia, which I'm sure you probably are, hit me up so that I can get your take on it. All right, later.